Hey my friends, so I am here in the city of West Hollywood at the corner of Santa Monica and Fairfax. And I just decided I'm going to come out here and reacquaint myself with West Hollywood, see what is around, try and find a new coffee shop where I can hang out and come here on occasion. I'm looking at this place, Mama's, which is an Italian place. Which might be a good place to start. I'll check it out later. But meanwhile, I'm going to walk down Santa Monica from Fairfax all the way to like San Vicente. So this will be a bit of a walk. For those of you who have ever been to the Pride Parade, from Fairfax, Santa Monica and Fairfax to Crescent Heights is the staging area for the floats. And then from Crescent Heights all the way to Doheny, the floats go all the way down Santa Monica. So I'll be out here in June for that, but I just forgot to give you a point of reference. So I'm gonna head on out. So much has changed over here. Well, the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute is still here. It's kind of a landmark. I think it's been here since I first came out here. And that used to be a club, I believe, but doesn't look like it is anymore. Love the artwork over there. I'm not sure what that looks like. A club, but I've never been there. Never been here, but looks like a place to check out. This looks like a cool place to check out for a Sunday brunch. They have a nice long line, so that's a good sign. Across the street, where it says Optometric Center, that is where my old eye doctor used to be, or still is maybe. When I first moved out here, I had a place on Sunset and Fairfax. It was a studio apartment. It was my first apartment ever, and I loved it. And here's the Ore Bar. It's on La Jolla and Santa Monica. Now, I believe this was like Suncoast or something when I was out here. That looks like a cool place. This, of course, is the famous Circus of Books. It's a gay adult bookstore and video place. Well, it was video place. And you should go on Netflix. There's a documentary that was done by the owners of the place, their children. There was a straight white couple who ran Circus of Books. Worth checking out. You can never have too many pizzerias. And it's vegan. So this may be a place that I stop by. Now this is a great place. It's called Hamburger Mary's. I've been here once before, a while back. It's a great hangout place. I don't know, they do have good burgers. So this is definitely a spot I will be coming back to. It's usually really busy. And I'm gonna look into this place. Love it. So, and this is at the corner of Santa Monica and Sweetser. Right next to it is West Hollywood City Hall. This is where my friend Larissa works. And I hope, if I'm lucky, I might be able to work there at some point, because I want to find a job where I can get health insurance, but hopefully something that's connected with the LGBT community, just another way to stay connected. This is at the corner of Santa Monica and Sweetser, West Hollywood City Hall. Now, Joe's Cafe, I've never been there, but it's conveniently located, so this is a spot I think I want to come back to, because West Hollywood is City Hall. It is a central location, and Joe's just looks kind of nice and friendly. And Hamburger Mary's is here as well. That looks like it's a little more, you know, entertainment, loud music. Joe's looks a little more quiet and a relaxing afternoon place for coffee. But we'll see. Now, whenever I am coming to the Seat of Pride parade, this is where I usually end up as my base camp, because it's like a halfway point between here and San Vicente, Doheny, where the fair begins and the parade ends. But this is kind of a good place. I can kind of lean against the bushes and relax. Across the street is Basics. Looks like they're closed, but that was always a great place to go grab a lunch. And McGelson's at West Hollywood. Great place to get a snack, especially when the parade is going on. Wow, there's so much stuff that's closed down, I think from COVID. And I guess I just didn't make it back. But I still love West Hollywood. Okay, across the street is Hugo's. That's I believe it's a vegan restaurant. They have one in the valley, which I've been to, and I've been here once with a friend, and I think I saw Brian Singer having lunch when I was here. Great food. And it's an option of a place to kind of check out, but it's not my, I mean, it's a good place to eat, but in terms of kind of like people watch and kind of relax, I think there's some other places that just feel more vibrant. But I love the food. Excellent food. The price of gas. Good Lord. Over here is La Boheme. It's a restaurant that is always packed for Pride. Never been there, but it looks like an option. Looks like somewhere you go with somebody on a date. I don't know if you can see it across the street. There is Barney's Beanery. That's supposed to be a famous place. Never been there. I think it's kind of more of a straight place, but who knows. I don't know what this place is, but it's kind of cool. It's by Kings Road in Santa Monica. Here's a better shot of Barney's Beanery. All right, I am at the corner of Santa Monica and La Cienega. Now, at the very top of there, I don't know if you can see, kind of to the right, there's a place called Pink Dot. I'm not sure if it's still there, but I think it is. That's the first place I worked when I moved here. I had my first apartment ever on Sunset in Fairfax, and my first job was on Sunset in La Cienega, Pink Dot. Okay, so like I said, at the top of the hill was Pink Dot, where it was my first job as a cashier. Pink Dot was like a high-end 7-Eleven. Stars like Jack A. Harry, Paul Williams, just a ton of different actors would come in there and get beer or some sort of snack or whatever. But it was like a revolving thing. And it would also deliver food. I remember they would deliver to Robert Downey Jr. That was like the big thing. He lived up somewhere on Kings Road in the hills. And my second job was at Domino's Pizza, which is just down the road here. I used to come here because I went to grad school. I moved out here to Los Angeles to audition for a conservatory in San Francisco, and they were having auditions in Los Angeles. So I moved out here to audition for that. I almost didn't get in, but I got in on the waiting list. And during the summers, I would come and, when I first moved out, I worked at Pink Dot. But when I got into ACT, I would come here during the summers and work at Domino's Pizza with my friend Mike Turner, who was the manager, who died of AIDS many, many moons ago. But he was a great guy, one of my good friends for when I first moved out here, and he was the manager at Domino's. Okay, that place is totally new. Okay, this is trippy. This whole place along here, when I first moved out, was a gym called the Sports Connection. And it looks like it's still a gym, but I don't think it's still Sports Connection. I'll see in a minute. Well, this used to be Sports Connection, and now it is John Reed Fitness. So much of this neighborhood has changed. I mean, a few of the stores are not as new as, you know, some other places, but for the most part, West Hollywood has completely changed. And I'm sure it's a good thing. So this is Westbourne and Santa Monica, and down there, when you get to Melrose, is where the E.3, this metaphysical bookstore, was. And it's a really cool place to go to. Unfortunately, it did not stick around. It's crazy. This place, which is now a restaurant, used to be MCC LA. That's basically one of the few gay churches in the country. It was MCC LA, and I was a member here a little while before I became a Buddhist. And they ended up moving from here to Los Feliz area, which is around Vermont and Los Feliz Boulevard. They're somewhere around there. But I used to come here all the time. And now it's gone. All right, let's keep going. See what else is around here. The other thing that's kind of crazy, they have like robots that I guess deliver things. You can see that. They have little names for them. It's the oddest thing. Oops, sorry. They're all over the city, and I think they make deliveries somehow. Not quite sure how it works, but they're always going around the place. And yeah, technology. Okay, this is interesting. Never a dull moment in West Hollywood. All right, this place, right there, beautiful building. It used to be was called the Revolver. It's a gay club. Doesn't look like it's open, or if it is open, I'm not sure if it's still Revolver. I believe they changed ownership, but it was a beautiful space. Let's see if I can get a better look. Okay, well, it's still a gay club, but not sure if it's called Revolver. Oh wait, no, it says Revolver. Revolver lives. Okay. All right, this is interesting. There's another Circus of Books here. The first one I showed you was the original location. This one was actually another gay bookstore that was kind of a branch of one that was in San Francisco. I cannot remember the name of it, but it was kind of a famous gay bookstore, and it used to be at this place. But I guess Circus of Books bought them out. Next door, I'm not sure what that place is, but that looks like a cool place to check out as a hangout. Conveniently located near the Revolver. And also, when you get down further, are some other gay bars that used to be Mickey's and then Rage. And I believe Rage closed down, or Mickey's closed down during COVID because they weren't able to afford the high cost of rent when the city was shut down. But I believe one of the places that are in there now is owned by one of the Backstreet Boys, or I can't remember. He's the blonde guy who came out as gay. I'm terrible with names, but I believe he owns the place now. So this is a corner of Santa Monica and San Vicente. And West Hollywood Sheriff Station right here. So this was always the area to go. When you talk about going to West Hollywood, you're either coming to Revolver, Mickey's, or Rage. And now, down here, they finally have a parking structure. And down there is West Hollywood Park, where they have different activities. And there's always something going on in the area. All this stuff like Manny's is relatively new to me. So I guess this is what all those people walking around and looking like ghosts, what it's about. Okay. So yeah, this used to be Mickey's. Well, it looks like it was Mickey's and Rage. I think they were kind of next to each other. But it's a new place now. That looks like a cool place to, oh, sorry, my finger, to check out as a place to grab some coffee. I think that's where my friend Larissa is doing some outreach to the community. So I want to go to one last place, then I will head in that direction. All these places are totally new, look cool, look like a place to check out. Alright, this place is the Motherlode, and it was alive and kicking when I came out here. And it was a really fun place to come and dance. It was always crowded. Let's see. All right. Oh my God, this place right here across the street with the fencing used to be this great Brazilian place. I think it was called Bossa Nova. And here, the chapel at the Abbey. this is like the place to go to. Okay, so this is the Abbey. I know it says the chapel at the Abbey, but basically it's known as the Abbey. And this is kind of the place to go, you know, after you've gone out dancing, come here, and a lot of people just kind of hang out to be seen, meet other people. It's always been busy, but this is probably a good place just to come and hang out and feel like you're a part of the community.
Pick me up! Pick me up!
It's always fun in this area. So this is the Abbey. Okay, I'm gonna head back and try and find Larissa. So I'm getting a little tired, so I am going to head home, leave West Hollywood, and get back to North Hollywood. But I had a great conversation with a gentleman from the LGBT Center who's here with my friend Larissa doing outreach to community about the issue of folks, young women, gay men being roofied, you know, at bars in West Hollywood and in the Los Angeles area in general. So it was really kind of enlightening. But the great thing was that he turned me on to the LGBT Center, which is where my doctor is, or was. And they have programs there for older gay men. So I'm going to look into that to see if I can get some more information about navigating West Hollywood, you know, over 50, and hopefully I'll get some good information. But I'm really glad I came out here. I just got to talk to my friend Larissa for a little bit. But West Hollywood has changed so much. A lot of it for the better, I think. I've not been out here in a while, but it looks like a fun, vibrant place to come hang out. So I want to, look at the footage and see if there's a place, like, I kind of like that gym bar that as a place to come hang out, check out the neighborhood, grab some coffee. So I will definitely be back, and I hope you guys were able to see some of the sights and get a sense of what it's like in West Hollywood. I mean, it's Sunday afternoon, so it's not like packed with people, but there's a energy to West Hollywood that I love, and I feel really comfortable here. So I'm looking forward to kind of finding my way back to hanging out in the community here. All right, talk to you guys later. Business. Hey my friends, so I am back home after my little exploration of the city of West Hollywood. I haven't looked at the footage yet, so I hope things turn out well. I walked around from Santa Monica and Fairfax all the way down to about a little past Santa Monica and San Vicente, which is kind of the heart of West Hollywood. So I'm a little tired now, but it was nice going to West Hollywood just for the sake of going. I didn't go in anywhere, but more just kind of like clocked different places I want to check out later. And I met up briefly with my friend Larissa, but before she got there, there was a guy, there was a table set up on prevention and nightlife safety. So there had different packets. Wise Watch, this is We Whole Life, this is Erotic Village, and they're basically all right. Sorry about that, the wind is blowing today. But basically I got these things. One is kind of lube and condoms, and these are one's a fentanyl test strip, and another one I believe is a fentanyl test strip as well, but with other information. Yeah, it allows you to test your drinks. So that kind of goes back to what I was talking about before, that there's this thing happening in the country, I would say, but West Hollywood is trying to do something about it, where folks are roofing people in bars. And I spoke with a gentleman from the LGBT Center, and he said a lot of times, especially in the gay community, it's like someone's friend doing it to them, or someone from their friend group is doing it. There's a lot of information on that. I want to educate myself more. Not that I'm worried about somebody roofing me if I go out to a club. I think that's probably more for young women and younger gay men to be concerned with. But it's kind of a sad statement that this is happening by some people's friends. I'm sure some people are also just being targeted by strangers as well. You talked about it being something that's happening to tourists, where they get robbed as opposed to being sexually assaulted. So I'm glad I went down for that, just getting that information. But in general, just going to West Hollywood and spending time checking out places, and still a lot of places that I went to that aren't still there. Revolver is still there, Motherlode is still there, the Abbey is still there. So that's good. And the Abbey is probably a place where I'll go just to kind of hang out, kind of connect with the community. But I also want to find, because that's more of a place to be seen and to kind of meet up with people kind of place. But I want to check out that place called Gym Bar, which is by San Vicente in La Cienega. It had a nice little outside area, and it seemed more laid back, where I can get a cup of coffee or a drink or something and just kind of relax, maybe do some writing there. Because that's one thing I do want to do is, since I'm going to start writing more for the Substack once I figure out how to set that up, I want a place to go where I can just kind of sit and chill and write. I may not always go to West Hollywood because I live in North Hollywood, so it's a bit of a trek to get there. But I do want to have a place to go to in West Hollywood that's not like going to some high-end restaurant, but just kind of hanging out. Hamburger Mary's sounds like a cool place, but I think it's very entertainment oriented, so there's music and and people talking a lot, so that might not be the best place for me to go to write. But I do see a few places along Santa Monica Boulevard that I may go check out just as a writing spot, and I'll find a place in the valley as well. But it was just nice being out in Boys Town and West Hollywood and relaxing. This was a nice kind of relaxing day for me, where usually I'm kind of like, gotta do this, and I just wanted to make my time in West Hollywood enjoyable and relaxing, and I got to kind of look at places I hadn't seen in a long time. My old job, I didn't go by there, but I could see it from the house. So that was kind of just cool, being a little nostalgic. But they also had people there, I guess. There were people kind of dressed in like they were ghosts, and I think it was for some sort of app. I don't know if it's a dating app or something. So we'll check that out. So when you see it in the video, there's like groups of people walking like Casper the Ghost, and it was for some sort of app. And there was also this thing, something called Ship Brawl, where they said it's an opportunity for people to meet outside of the apps. So this is for Thursday the 30th. I don't know if I'm going to go to it, but it's good to be informed. So yeah, so it was an adventure, and I did find out from the gentleman from the LGBT Center that the LGBT Center has, I think, classes or some sort of program for gay folks, young and old, of all ages. So I want to check that out, because he was saying they do have places with information on how to kind of work yourself back into the community if you've been away for a while. So, and it's at my doctor's office, which is the LGBT Center on Schrader in Hollywood. So their office is there as well. So I may follow up on that and see what information I can find and bring to the channel. So I think I will wrap this video here. I want to spend some time with Rusty and just enjoy the rest of this day. So thanks. I hope you guys found this video entertaining, at least, taking a walk through the city of West Hollywood, and I will talk to you guys soon. Besos.